everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kat, and for today we're going to be looking at two European brands, and I am super duper excited about this because I feel like we talk a lot about US indie brands and like on occasion UK or like Australian indie brands, but not a whole lot of others. And so for today's video, we are just talking about two completely different countries. First one is going to be Bernovich, and I have all of these singles that we are going to be taking a look at and swatching. And Bernovich is a company out of Belarus. And so that is super duper exciting. And the other one is the Glam Shop. We have all of these singles to swatch, and they are out of Poland. And so I am excited for us to take a look at this. Oh man, it's gonna be so great. As we are going through, I have two different eye looks that I have done, one for each of them. And so this eye is my Bernovich eye, and this eye is my Glam Shop eye. And so I tried to do one super duper colorful and then one more like neutral glam, so you guys can kind of see just a whole bunch of just everything. But we are just immediately going to run into the swatches. I have all of the different names for the swatches written down so that we don't have to be taking the different pans out of the palette. It'll just be nice and easy to swatch everything. Bernovich labels all of their shades, just ignore the unicorn, I like unicorns on occasion. Bernovich labels all of their eyeshadows with numbers, and so they are just 3-digit numbers. That's all super duper simple. And Glam Shop has the majority of their shades are in Polish. They do have an English option on both websites if you want to click on that, but only a few of their shades unfortunately have the English name on the back of them, and so I'm gonna be doing my best to pronounce these. I don't speak Polish at all, so this is gonna be, I mean, if anything, you know, fun for you guys to listen to me struggle bus through this, but I will also toss the names of the shades up as we go, so that way you can see the correct spelling in case you really like any of the shades and you're wanting to kind of see what all's out there. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. So we're gonna be doing Bernovich first. I am so excited for this. All right, so we're gonna do all of the Bernovich ones on my right arm and then all of the Glam Shop on my left. And let's just dive right in. So the first one is going to be shade 159, and that is a very nice olivey goldish type shift. That is 159 right there. Next up we have 135, which is going to be just a nice kind of grayish silver shade, and then we have X12, bit more of a duochrome. You can see kind of that reddish base with a silvery blue on top. And I can tell you guys already, just having done the eye look and then slightly swatching the first couple, these shades are like butter. They're so soft. Then we have 194. This one is a very nice gold to orange kind of shift. All right, next up is 180. And that is a very nice kind of teal blue shade. A little bit silvery on the edge there. And then we have 183. Which is a very light champagne shade. And then we have 165, which I would say is not quite as opaque as some of the others. It definitely comes across a bit more like a topper. As you can see, it's a very nice kind of pinkish red shade. Then we have 182, which is also more of a topper shade. So you can ever so slightly see a little bit of that shimmer right there. Just a very ever so slight gold shimmer. All right, next up is 134. And this is just a nice kind of gunmetal gray. Then we have 193, which is definitely a deeper gray, but not quite black metallic. I think it's got a little bit of a grayish brown undertone, but definitely deeper than that previous shade. And then we have 126, bit of a lighter shade. It's kind of a pearly white, but definitely more opaque than a topper, and so you would be able to use that as a solid shade. Next up is going to be 179, and this is also a deeper gray, but I would say has almost a bit of a purple undertone to it, purplish blue undertone. Next we have 164, which is also a bit more of a pearly light shade, but you can see this one has a bit more of a greenish undertone to it, greenish blue, whereas this one has a bit more of a pinkish undertone. Then we have 146. And that is a nice kind of greenish blue shade. Greenish blue with like a slight hint of an olive undertone on there. For the next round, I'm gonna go on this side of my arm because I feel like we're running out of room on here. And so we're just gonna switch right over to this side. All right, so first up is gonna be X22. And that is just a very lovely kind of lilac shade, almost with a slight bluish shift to it, I think. Then we have X16. Which, yeah, I mean, that's about as magenta pink as it gets. Didn't even need to come in close on that one. I think we can see that color clear as day. Next up is going to be X15. You can definitely see a little bit less opaque than the other two. Has a nice kind of orange to pink shift though. After that, we have X02. Also not quite opaque, a little bit more translucent, but that is a very pretty kind of, I would say, iridescent opal type of shade. Very pretty. Next up is X20. Oh, it's definitely like a nice turquoise blue with a little bit of a green. Ooh, very nice. Then we have X21. Also very, very nice. Kind of lighter lilac shade, and it does look like it has a bit of a shift, kind of a light silvery champagne shade. Definitely, as I'm looking at it, a little bit of blue in there as well. All right, the next one is definitely a glitter, but this has to be like the softest glitter that I've ever touched. Like it did not feel gritty. It feels literally like satin. Like it's the smoothest, softest thing. This is gonna be X19. Definitely lots of different shifts to that one. I'm getting some green, some blues and yellows. And you can see it definitely has a darker base to it. And then to kick off the last three shades, we have X25. Definitely lighter than this guy, but also has a bit of a greenish blue shift to it. Yeah, so this is like the deeper version, and then that's the lighter version. Then the second to last shade is going to be X18. It's like three different shades of blue. And that is definitely also lighter. I would say almost has a bit more of a grayish silver hint to it. Not quite as opaque. It is a little bit more transparent. And then the last one is going to be X09, and that is a very nice rose gold. You can see a very pretty shift on there, nice and opaque. Oh, lovely. So this is all of the swatches that we have from Bernovich. They performed like a dream. I mean, all of the shades were blending together just beautifully. It was really easy to work with. So I gotta say, Bernovich is definitely a company that I would recommend. The shipping didn't take too long. I want to say it was like maybe a couple weeks, if that. So really not bad at all on the shipping either. And the cost wasn't bad either. Let's go ahead and compare it now to the Glam Shop, because I am very excited to try out some of these shades. Let me come in close so you guys can see how interesting a couple of these guys are, with like some really unique blends of some shades on there. Let's just go ahead and jump right into these swatches. We're probably gonna have to do both sides of the arm for this one as well. I'm gonna get this everywhere. It is what it is. But for this one, I was definitely attempting to use more of the neutral shades just to kind of see how those metallics performed. And so I didn't get into like really any of the super duper bright colors. So we'll be able to see what all of those look like as we swatch them. And FYI, I did not have to use any kind of setting spray with my brush or glitter primer or anything like that. These were just dry brush straight to the face, and there was literally, I think I had like one speck of fallout from one shade on this eye, and that was it. So to give you any kind of idea of how amazing they work, no fallout, dry brush, and the color, I mean, the pigment is there. So zero complaints on either company as far as application process went. It was super smooth the entire time. Forgive me if any of you are from Poland. I will butcher these names and I apologize in advance. And so I'm just gonna toss the names up as we go, but I am very sorry. But at least the first few do have an English version. All right, so those interesting colored pans, they are super duper soft, and so you definitely don't want to go in with a heavy hand as you are touching them. So this first one is the shade Mirage. Ooh, that is not at all what I was expecting. That is a lovely blue with some like goldish shift. Oh man. So the next one is going to be Narcissus. And this is like a really nice lilac purple to peachy gold. Oh, such a pretty purple shade. And then having that peachy champagne-y kind of shade that it shifts to is just really, really nice. Ugh, I like it. All right, and then the third one is going to be Nightmare. That's like a purple to gold. Oh man, like a very dark eggplanty purple to gold kind of shift. That would be gorgeous as a smoky eye. Oh man, I really like that one. Ooh, these are cool shades, I'm not gonna lie. So now we come to the first of the shades that is not in English. It does have hollow in the name though, but it looks like Bayer hollow. All right. Ooh, that is definitely a very pretty shade. I'm not sure if I would call that hollow though. It comes across to me as a bit more like an iridescent rather than a hollow. Okay, so some of the sparkles are definitely holographic as I'm looking at them in here. So it does have hollow sparkle, but I would say that you know what? I take all my words back. It definitely looks like it's holographic. Let me see. Can you see the hollow on my finger? I think it's showing up way better on there, that you've got that rainbow shift to it. Absolutely. Yeah, so definitely holographic, eating my words. That is a very, very nice shade. Oh man. All right, this next one is more of a thicker consistency, and it's Trabastic. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Oh yes, so you can see the purple there, and it shifts to the blue as I move my arm. I'm so glad you guys can see that shift on there. Purple to blue, love it. Has a little bit of almost pink kind of at the end there, but definitely very nice. That is super duper pretty. Definitely a thicker, oh, that's almost like a teal blue from back here with a little bit of green almost. So clearly a multi-chrome, but that consistency is almost sticky in nature. So it is definitely thicker than any of the others so far that we have swatched from either company. And then on the exact opposite, this next one is super lightweight. So this is gonna be Rio. Ooh, that is just a very pretty bluish purple sparkle. Not a glitter, but just a very nice lightweight sparkle. Then we have another one of those metallics that's two different colors mixed together, and this seems like another hollow. Am I right? This is called Effect Hollow, and so it's got a little bit of a green base to it. Yeah, it's got a bit of a greenish gray base to it, but still absolutely holographic. Let's see the finger. Yeah, you can definitely still see it on the finger. Again, much better for that one. And then the last of those shades, that's the two-toned ones, we have Alexis, which is going to be like gold and blue mixed together. So you can definitely see that gold kind of shift, and this is more of a navy that it is combined with. So you can see how they're a little bit different from each other. This is more bluish black, this is more eggplanty purple black. I, in between swatches, like to rest my, like I'm chit-chatting with people, so I'll just be like propping my arm up on my legs because I'm sitting here crisscrossed, and the entire bottom of my arm has stamped my leg because I'm in shorts, and so it's just my whole leg is covered in swatches. I'm only a sparkly girl today. So next up is, what Kaji. This is a lovely, lightweight, kind of turquoisey shade. A little bit of a light, limey, greenish gold shift. Very, very pretty. That is very similar. I would say that's kind of similar. Yep, you can see it there. A little bit similar to this guy and that guy. So we do have a couple shades that are similar, but they are still not the same because the level of opacity is different on all of them and the tones are still different. So still unique on all of them. I don't think I have any so far that are true dupes for each other. So then next up we have a Dwalaka, which that is going to be more of a topper and is a purple to pink. So definitely a little bit almost of a greenish with that purple and pink. There you go. You can see a little bit of the purple now. And then the next shade we have is Unicat, which is also a bit more of a topper. And this guy is a peachy pink. You can kind of see that peachy orange to pink shift on that one. And I would say that that is similar to this guy right here. But again, still different with the amount of opacity and the thickness of the formula. All right, next shade up is gonna be Fajerverki. That is this guy, which is a bit of a silver topper. You can see that on there. Definitely also still a topper. And then the next one is Gothic. Okay, a little bit more goldish shift to that one. Still in the line of the toppers. And then, Sweet Sidelco is the next one. And that looks like kind of a champagne-y type topper. That's this guy right here. So you can see they're all definitely lighter. So I think we're gonna switch back to the inside of the arm now for the rest of these, because we are more than halfway done. So first up we have Sorowi Roz, which is a very nice light pink metallic, just super cute. Then we have, this is a thicker formula one again, and it is the Hollow Na Cieplo. I don't know if that L is actually pronounced like an L because it's got like that line in it. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely a thicker. You can see the hollow for sure. Okay, so you can kind of see the hollow sparkle that is on there, and this one has a very clear kind of copper red base. Then we have Unikatowi. I'm pronouncing these as they seem to be spelled, which is probably wrong. And this guy just looks like a nice deeper teal kind of shade. Not quite a matte, but not one of the stronger metallics either. Okay, so next up is going to be Hollow, which interesting because that one just looks kind of like another light pinkish purple to me. Yeah, it's just a nice light lavender type shade. It doesn't give off like a real holographic vibe to me. The next one though looks like a real nice multi-chrome, and that is going to be multi, makes sense. All right. Oh yeah, that is, yeah, so you're getting red there, and then greenish orange. Oh man, I'm so happy that these are showing the shift. This has been like the bane of my existence, trying to swatch multi-chromes for you guys and not having the shift be actively visible. So the fact that so far every single one of these that's been a multi-chrome is visible for you guys is just like, it makes me so happy. I'm so glad you guys are able to see these, which really is just like a testament to how good these are. No camera is stopping these multi-chromes from showing up. All right, so next up we have Blekithir Burgund, which I'm getting a burgundy vibe for sure. There you go, real nice with a little bit of a purplish shift on there, maybe ever so slight. And then after that we have Mokri Babelek, which is a lovely blue. There's that guy, just a really nice pretty blue shade. All right, next up, this one feels definitely, I wouldn't say thicker, but like not as easy to pick up. And so this one's probably gonna have to be one where you use your finger. I would doubt that it's gonna be able to pick up on a brush at all. But this is the shade Hybrida. Oh wow, yeah, if you use your finger, you're gonna get a real nice swatch. So that is purple there. It definitely has a shift to it from like purple to like green and orange. Let me see if I can show you on my finger. So we're getting that purple. There's a little bit of the greenish orange. I think around the edges you can kind of see a little bit of that greenish orange shift, but there's a little bit of that greenish at the top. For sure an interesting shade, but that is definitely one where I would recommend using your finger, but that is also absolutely a multi-chrome. We're gonna get into some of the neutrals here in just a second, but first we do have a real pretty powder blue shade, and this one is called Citronova Mielka. That is a nice sky blue. It's very, very pretty, lovely powder blue. I would say this one does have a little bit of a gold mixed in with it, and so that's part of why it's getting such a nice sky blue tone to it. Then we have the last four are going to be different versions of neutral tones, and so these are going to be the ones that I primarily have on my left eye. First one is going to be Coloroidine Dime, and that is this guy, which you can see is just kind of a very light beige. And then we have a little bit of a thicker metallic, which is Rhabarber. Ooh, that is very nice. Has almost a bit of a reddish kind of orange undertone to it, but that is super duper pretty. The next one that we have is going to be Podstava, and that is just a lovely light copper metallic. So that's this guy right there. And then the last one, because we are running out of arm, is going to be Perskie Oko. I'm gonna put this one right up top here so that way I don't have to bend my arm around like I'm breaking it. And this guy definitely has a really cool shift to it that's kind of like an olivey green to brown. So you can see that right there. That's this guy right up top here. And that is all of them. So we've got literally everything on both of our arms swatched, and I think all of these guys are absolutely worth it. They go on like a dream. I mean, it was such an easy application to put it on my eyes. They swatch just magnificently. I mean, especially some of these holographic ones were really kind of surprising me with how they swatched, because I wasn't ready for it. And so I was like, that's not hollow, what are you talking about? And it's totally hollow when you look at it in person. I think that's the only ones that on camera you really had to kind of see on my finger rather than on the swatch to see the holographic shift. But it was just, oh, I absolutely love these. But let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. If any of you guys have tested them out yet, I would highly recommend it. If you were looking to test out an indie brand from Europe, I would highly recommend checking them out. But yeah, this is, I mean, I can't decide which of them I like more, because I think that there are elements of both of them that I absolutely love. All I can say is that Europe is absolutely stepping up its game, and I'm so excited that we are starting to see more of that in the US, that we're able to purchase from these companies, and I hope you guys check them out because they are absolutely worth it. These are stunning shades, and they work so nicely on the face, and so I would highly recommend. But give me a thumbs up if you guys like this video, and let me know what else you guys want to see. If you want me to do a video in addition to the live on Saturday, I'm more than happy to do that, just to show more of the Glam Shop palettes that I have in case we don't get to all of them during the live. You guys let me know what you want to see and I will make it happen. If you made it to the end of this video and you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would kick a subscribe my way. We are super duper close to 200 subscribers, and we are like literally, I think, 2 weeks away from my 1 year on YouTube mark, and so I will be doing a giveaway, actually 2, in honor of that. And so hopefully you guys will be able to come and check that out when that happens in a couple weeks. And as this is going up, I know that I just did a live yesterday where I was doing a giveaway, and that is still open. That will not be closing out until Sunday's video, and so make sure that you guys stick around until Sunday to see who the winner is. But go and check out my live from yesterday on About Face if you want to be a part of the Halsey About Face giveaway that I'm doing. So other than that, this is the end of the video, and you guys just go have a good one.